have you ever had a deadline coming up and suddenly felt nervous because you didn't know how to talk about it in English? Maybe you wanted to ask for more time, explain your progress, or tell someone you were running behind, but the words didn't come out naturally. I'm Anna.
And I'm Leo. That can feel stressful, especially at work, at school, or during a project. So today, we're going to practice a natural English conversation about deadlines, time pressure, updates, and asking for clarification. Let's begin.
Leo, do you have a minute to talk about the project deadline?
Sure, Anna. I was actually just looking at the project timeline. What's on your mind?
I wanted to check in because the final report is due this Friday, and I'm trying to make sure we're both clear on what still needs to be finished.
That makes sense. Friday is coming up quickly, so it's a good idea to review everything now instead of waiting until the last minute.
Right, I've finished the introduction, the main research section, and most of the summary, but I still need to polish the conclusion and check the formatting.
Okay, that sounds like solid progress. I've been working on the charts and the data explanation. The charts are almost ready, but I need a little more time to make the explanations clearer.
No problem. When you say you need a little more time, do you think you'll be done by Thursday afternoon?
Thursday afternoon should be possible, but I don't want to promise something unrealistic. I think Thursday evening would be safer.
Understood. That gives us less time to review everything together, but it's still manageable if we stay organized.
I agree. I don't want to rush the data section because if the explanation is unclear, the whole report might feel weak.
That's fair. Quality matters, especially because this report is going to be shared with the whole team.
Exactly. I'd rather submit something clear and professional than finish early with mistakes.
I see your point. Maybe we can divide the remaining tasks more carefully. You finish the charts and data explanation by Thursday evening, and I'll finish the conclusion and formatting by Thursday afternoon.
That sounds good. Then we can both review the full report Thursday night.
Yes, and if we find small mistakes, we'll still have Friday morning to fix them before submitting.
That's a good plan. What time is the report actually due on Friday?
It's due by 3 p.m.
Could you repeat that? Did you say 3 p.m. or 3:30 p.m.?
3 p.m. sharp.
Got it. Sharp means exactly at that time, right?
Yes, if someone says 3 p.m. sharp, it means not later than 3 p.m. It's a useful phrase when talking about deadlines, meetings, or appointments.
That's helpful. So we should probably aim to submit it before lunch, not at the last second.
I completely agree. Waiting until the final minute is risky. Something could go wrong with the file, the internet, or the formatting.
True. I've had that happen before. One time I finished a presentation 5 minutes before the deadline, and then the file wouldn't upload.
Oh no, that sounds stressful.
It was. Since then, I try to give myself extra time whenever possible.
That's smart. Deadlines are easier to handle when you build in a little buffer.
Buffer, that's another good word. It means extra time, right?
Exactly. A buffer is extra time you leave between your planned finish time and the real deadline. For example, if something is due at 3 p.m., you might plan to finish by noon. That gives you a 3-hour buffer.
I like that. It makes the deadline feel less scary.
Definitely. So for this project, let's create a buffer by aiming to submit everything by 12 p.m. on Friday.
Sounds good. That means we need the final version ready by Friday morning.
Right. And to make that happen, we should have a complete draft by Thursday night.
Okay, let me think through my part. I can finish the charts by Thursday afternoon, then write the explanations right after that. If everything goes smoothly, I'll send my section to you by 7 p.m.
That works. If you send it by 7 p.m., I can combine it with the rest of the report and review the full document.
Do you want me to send the charts separately too, or should I put everything directly into the report?
Good question. Please put everything directly into the report, but also send the chart files separately just in case we need to adjust them later.
No problem. I'll do both.
Great. I'll also leave comments in the document if I notice anything that needs your attention.
Perfect. And if I see anything in your section that could be clearer, I'll leave comments too.
That would be helpful. I don't mind feedback, especially when we're close to a deadline.
Same here. At this point, feedback helps us improve the final result quickly.
Exactly. Now, I want to ask about one more thing. Are you worried about finishing your part on time?
A little, but not too much. I think the main challenge is making the data explanation simple enough for everyone to understand.
That makes sense. The report shouldn't sound too technical.
Right. Some people reading it may not be familiar with the numbers, so I want to explain the main points in plain English.
That's a good approach. If you want, you can send me a sample paragraph later today, and I can tell you if the tone feels clear. What do you think?
That would be great. I'll send you a sample paragraph later today.
Perfect. Then we can avoid rewriting everything at the end.
Good idea. It's always better to catch problems early.
Absolutely. Another thing we should think about is communication. Since the deadline is close, we should update each other quickly if anything changes.
Agreed. If I realize I'm falling behind, I'll tell you right away instead of staying quiet.
I appreciate that. It's much easier to solve a problem early than to discover it right before the deadline.
For sure. And if you need help with formatting or proofreading, just let me know.
Thanks, Leo. I might ask you to proofread the conclusion once I finish it.
Happy to help.
Great. Let's also decide how we'll handle the final review. Do you prefer to review the document together on a call, or should we leave comments separately?
I think a short call would be better. Comments are useful, but a call is faster when the deadline is close.
I agree. How about Thursday at 8:30 p.m.?
That works for me. We can go through the reports section by section and make final decisions.
Good. Let's keep the call focused so it doesn't take too long.
Definitely. We can check 3 things: content, clarity, and formatting.
Nice. Content means the information is complete, clarity means the ideas are easy to understand, and formatting means the report looks clean and professional.
Exactly. If those 3 things are strong, we should be ready to submit.
I feel better now. Before this conversation, the deadline felt a little stressful, but now the plan feels clear.
Same here. Deadlines feel less overwhelming when you break the work into smaller steps.
That's true. Instead of thinking we have a huge report due Friday, we can think today we finish one section, tomorrow we review, and Friday we submit.
Much better. Smaller steps make the work feel possible.
By the way, if something unexpected happens and we can't finish on time, do you think we should ask for an extension?
Maybe, but only if we really need it. Since we still have a plan, I think we should try to meet the original deadline.
I agree. Asking for an extension is okay sometimes, but it's better to ask early and give a clear reason.
Right. You don't want to ask 5 minutes before the deadline unless it's a real emergency.
Exactly. A professional way to say it would be, would it be possible to have a short extension? We want to make sure the final report is complete and accurate.
That sounds polite and responsible.
Yes, but hopefully we won't need to use that phrase this time.
Hopefully not. I think we can finish on time if we stay focused.
Me too. Let's quickly review the plan one more time.
Sure. You'll finish the conclusion and formatting by Thursday afternoon.
Correct. You'll finish the charts and data explanation by Thursday evening.
Right. I'll send everything by 7 p.m.
Then we'll have a review call at 8:30 p.m.
And we'll aim to submit the final report by noon on Friday, even though the official deadline is 3 p.m.
Perfect. That gives us a buffer.
I like this plan. It's clear, realistic, and not too rushed.
Great. I'll send you a quick message after this conversation with the timeline, just so we both have it in writing.
Good idea. Having it written down helps avoid confusion.
Definitely. And if either of us needs to adjust something, we'll communicate early.
Sounds good. Thanks for organizing this, Anna.
Of course. Thanks for being flexible and honest about your timing.
No problem. I'd rather be realistic than pretend everything is finished when it isn't.
That's a very professional attitude. Deadlines are important, but clear communication is just as important.
I agree. Sometimes people miss deadlines not because they are lazy, but because they don't communicate soon enough.
That's a great point. If you're running behind, it's better to say, I'm still working on it and I expect to finish by Thursday evening instead of saying nothing.
Exactly. Silence makes people nervous.
It does. Updates build trust.
And clear updates don't need to be long. You can simply say, I've finished the first part, I'm working on the second part, and I'll send the final version tomorrow.
That's a very useful sentence for English learners.
Let's say it again slowly. I've finished the first part, I'm working on the second part, and I'll send the final version tomorrow.
Great. That sentence is simple, professional, and clear.
And it works for work, school, projects, and even personal plans.
Absolutely. All right, Leo, I think we're ready.
Me too. I'll get back to the charts now.
And I'll continue with the conclusion. Let's check in later today.
Sounds good. Talk to you later, Anna.
Talk to you later, Leo. And that brings us to the end of today's conversation about deadlines.
We practiced how to ask about a deadline, give progress updates, ask for clarification, plan a buffer, and communicate professionally when time is limited.
Remember, deadlines feel easier when you stay calm, break the work into smaller steps, and communicate clearly.
If this conversation helped you, please like the video and subscribe to English Talk channel.
Keep practicing, keep speaking, and we'll see you in the next lesson.
Goodbye for now and good luck with your English practice.